going to miss the people that I have had such a close bond with for the past 7 years, but we'll still see one another. We just won't be filming every day. Going to work on Yellowstone is like the biggest adrenaline rush. Every day feels like such an enormous task.
All right, Yellowstone stands. Let's talk Kelly Reilly. Beth Dutton is the queen of the ranch. No question, but listen to this. Kelly never even auditioned for the role. Yep, no nerve-wracking casting room. No callbacks, nada. So how did she land one of the most iconic roles on TV? Did she have some really strong contacts, or was it just sheer luck and talent that got her the role? Let's find out. The Kelly Reilly that came before Beth Dutton. Before Kelly Reilly became the fierce and unforgettable Beth Dutton, John Dutton's sharp-tongued and fearless daughter, she was at a point where she was ready to take a step back. It was 2017. And she and her husband, Kyle Bauer, were packing up their New York City life to move to the English countryside. The fast-paced lifestyle and pressures of the industry had started to wear on her, and she craved something quieter, something more grounded. She had always been passionate about acting, but the grind of the business didn't always feel like the right fit. Her vision for the future was simple: focus on theater, perform in a few meaningful plays each year, and embrace a peaceful, creative life far from the chaos. To her, it wasn't about giving up on bigger opportunities. It was about choosing the kind of life that made her happy. But then, out of nowhere, Yellowstone happened. The role of Beth Dutton practically landed in her lap, and it wasn't just a job, it was a game changer. Kelly Reilly landing Beth without an audition. She said she remembers reading it and instantly feeling the weight of the challenge ahead. Oh shit, she thought. It was like laying down a bit of a gauntlet, she said, recalling how the intensity of the role sparked her interest. Not long after, she hopped on a call with the show's creator, Taylor Sheridan, and was given the role immediately. Kelly's passion for bringing Beth to life was so undeniable that Sheridan didn't even ask her to audition. Instead, he trusted her instincts and handed her the role outright, a bold move for such a pivotal character. "I didn't even audition," Kelly admitted. "Then I was like, fuck, I didn't audition. I was terrified because I didn't know how I was going to do it, and it took me a minute to find her." Now that's pressure. She said the role challenged her, terrified her, and ultimately reignited her passion in ways she didn't expect. Looking back, it's clear that Beth wasn't just a role she took on. It was a role that transformed everything about her career and brought her back to the spotlight in the most powerful way. And if anyone could rise to the occasion and become the chaotic energy that is Beth Dutton, it was Kelly Reilly. Kelly's blocking out the noise. While there's a lot of noise out there surrounding the show, you can bet Kelly Reilly's not paying it any mind. In fact, she's doing her best to block it all out. Yep, she isn't bothered by all the buzz surrounding Yellowstone and the chaos that comes with Hollywood fame. She's learned to tune it all out and focus on what matters most to her, her craft and her downtime with her husband. "I don't participate in the noise at all. I stay out of it," she told Town and Country magazine. "The only safe place for me is in the work and then home with my husband." "Very boring," she joked. "It can become a cyclone of bulls and fakeness, and I know I won't find my worth in that," she continued. Honestly, it sounds like Kelly has figured out the perfect balance, doing what she loves on screen and keeping life pretty chill off screen. How Kelly feels about playing Beth now. Playing a character like Beth Dutton didn't really freak Kelly Reilly out. Instead, she was all about diving deep into the layers of Beth and what she really represents. She said it's not just about playing strong, badass women. That's only part of the story. She pointed out that male characters can be messy and still be heroic. It's all about showing the full range. And honestly, embracing the darker side takes some serious bravery. She even added that you can't be an honest person if you don't own some of your darkness. For Kelly, bringing Beth to life wasn't just about showing off her tough side. It was about capturing the full range of who she is. Reilly knew that true strength doesn't come from being perfect or flawless. It comes from owning all of yourself, even the messy parts. And that's what makes Beth such an unforgettable character. But when it comes to possibly moving on from playing Beth Dutton, Kelly Reilly has some mixed emotions. While she's loved diving into the character, especially with the new challenges this season, she's not exactly holding on tight to Beth. I love this season. There were some really different territories to explore, so I'm not clinging to her. I'm happy to put her back in her padlocked box," Reilly shared. It's clear she's proud of the journey she's taken with Beth, but she's also ready to let the character rest when the time comes. The story of Yellowstone has been one of transformation, not just for the show, but for the people involved in it, Reilly included. She's had her run with Beth, and while she'll always carry the character with her, she's ready for whatever comes next. But if she ever does come back, it'll be one condition. Reilly's condition: to come back. Kelly Reilly has made it clear that her return to Yellowstone depends on one thing: Taylor Sheridan. If fans want to see Beth Dutton again, it's up to the show's mastermind to carve out time in his busy schedule to write those scripts. Reilly's loyalty to Sheridan is undeniable, especially when it comes to bringing Beth to life. If Taylor wants to write it, I would want to do it. That's it. Because he's the one that's written every single line I've ever said. Beth came from his imagination, Reilly shared. But even with that loyalty, both Reilly and Sheridan agree that change is necessary. She said that both of them are in agreement that there's a shift that has to take place. She even said that you can't keep telling the same story. This story is ending. Yellowstone, as we know it, is ending. But if there's more story to tell with some of the characters, it's going to be a little different. Reilly's clear: recycling old plot lines just isn't going to work anymore. Kelly's opinion on a sixth season. Yellowstone is currently airing the second half of its fifth and possibly final season. In August, many reports started circulating that Yellowstone might not be ending with season 5 after all, and that a sixth season could be on the horizon. Negotiations for the new season are currently in the works, according to some sources, though no deals have been finalized yet. But it looks like the show will continue, with Cole Hauser and Kelly Reilly likely returning as the lead stars. But when I said she has mixed feelings, I really meant it, because Reilly herself is also kind of excited about the possibility of exploring Beth's character even further. "I am definitely interested in Beth and who she is after some things have happened," she said. "Who is she in peace? As an actor, you're like, ooh, let me at that." And of course, she couldn't resist suggesting a fun twist. Wouldn't it be fun to watch Beth go to therapy? She also recently said that if there is a new beginning, it's a new beginning, and honestly, she wouldn't mind exploring a more mature version of Beth. She said, "I'm like, all right, let's get up and put our big girl pants on." But if that doesn't happen, she's also not miserable about it. After 7 years of bringing Beth to life, Reilly feels ready to let the character ride off into the sunset. "It's a big energy," she explained. "That's not something in my body that I need. I love her, but I'm very happy to let her disappear." Fans are definitely here for whatever comes next, especially if it means more of Beth Dutton's unpredictable and powerful journey. While we wait for updates on the Yellowstone universe, Reilly has another exciting project on the horizon. She's set to star in the upcoming crime thriller Under Saltmarsh, set against the dramatic backdrop of the Welsh seaside. Reilly will play Jackie, a former detective turned teacher whose quiet life is upended when she discovers the body of one of her students. Production is scheduled to kick off later this year, and fans are already buzzing about seeing Reilly take on another complex, gritty role. So that's the scoop, Yellowstone fans. Kelly Reilly didn't even have to audition for Beth Dutton, and it's clear Taylor Sheridan knew she was the one for the role from the start. Her journey as Beth has been incredible, and whether Yellowstone continues into a sixth season or not, Reilly's ready to explore what's next for the character. We're all left wondering what's in store. Will Beth finally find some peace? Or will we see even more of her complex layers? Only time will tell. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you excited to see where Beth's story goes from here? Or do you think it's time for the Duttons to wrap things up? We'd love to hear what you think.
When I got offered the role, I really had not found Beth Dutton in myself. I hadn't figured out who she was, and she came off the page so powerfully to me, but I didn't know if I could pull it off. I was driving from Salt Lake City up to Montana, and it's about a 7 to 8 hour drive, and somewhere on that drive, on an open road, driving quite fast, there was a freedom to her that I found.